Raz. O, działa. Słychać mnie? O, słychać mnie. W końcu mnie słychać. Cześć wszystkim. Jesteśmy w zasadzie już gotowi zacząć. Sprawdziliśmy, że działa nam każdy stream, więc też jakbyście szli zapalić do kibla czy gdziekolwiek, możecie nas oglądać, bo będziemy wszędzie live. Zawsze tak robimy. Chciałabym zacząć od przeczytania ważnego cytatu i będzie po angielsku, ale mam nadzieję, że wszyscy to znają angielski. We all have the capacity to feel bound to people we will probably never meet, to take part in a macro society which exists most of the time as virtual reality, a world of possible relationships with its own rules, roles and structures that are held in the mind and recalled through the cognitive work of image making and ritual. Forages may sometimes exist in small groups, but they do not and probably have not ever lived in small-scale societies. To David Graeber and David Wengrow. UKRA TV was born a few days after the 24th of February 2022, at the start of Russian invasion in Ukraine when the full-scale war began. We have started our daily activity, production of the footage testimonies of that time, connection people in Ukraine, Krakow and all around the world, doing weekly live streams and organizing basic support during this humanitarian crisis. Ukraina TV jest delikatną, kruchą i niestabilna, jak nasze czasy. Jest to projekt artystyczny, społeczny, polityczny i badawczy jednocześnie. Jesteśmy prawdopodobnie jedną z najbiedniejszych telewizji na świecie i bez wątpienia jedną z najbardziej eksperymentalnych. Zaraz zobaczycie trailer naszej telewizji. Czy on już leci? No. Aha, czekamy. No to pozwalam na pokazanie tego trailera. Ja myślałam, że już leci. A, tu jestem, okej.
This is what Ukraine TV shows, is the power of doing things This is what Ukraine TV shows, is the power of doing things together.
Ukraina TV is an internet TV station which make hybrid togetherness. We are doing research, innovations in the intersection between art, media and science.
streamer studio in Krakow, working well and daily. There is the void in Amsterdam, and the goal of the project is to have a long-term collaboration with people in Kiev and to have a studio in Kiev, and then we have a model of a network.
Well, I should also say that we do it with politics of solidarity in the shadow of full Russian invasion on the Ukraine.
Ukraina TV mixes present, past and future, private, social, political and cultural contexts. It is fragile and unstable, just like our times.
We broadcast from Krakow, which is 200 kilometers from Ukrainian border.
It's a global, hybrid, melting pot of people, machines, technologies, cables, different and parallel realities.
We are on the internet and in the hotspots of geopolitical tensions between West and East, North and South.
It's an open collective of artists, media freaks,
Making hybrid togetherness.
research, musicians, and DJ from Ukraine, Belarus, Poland, Italy, and other countries.
It is an artistic, social, political and research-based project in one.
It's also an interception of bodies, realities and avatars meeting in an hybrid space.
And trans-regional collaboration.
I'm from Severodonetsk, the eastern part of Ukraine. My hometown is occupied and almost destroyed. Many people like me have lost their home.
And there is also an issue in our society that we have a lot of anger.
We aim to build a robust, enduring network that will remain a beacon of hope, inclusivity and creativity long after the conflict has ended.
In the field of hybrid presence. It's an internet TV station specialized in building live audio-visual bridges, a multi-channel, streaming hub, recording studio, and local network, all at once. And last but not least, a group of people. Our main daily activity is the realization along with pre-production, production and post-production of elements of weekly live stream blogs. We broadcast 2 or 3, now it's 5 actually, hours long programs on platforms as Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Odyssey or VRChat. Україна ТВ працює в тіні війни та геополітичної напруженості. Але те, чого ми намагаємося досягти, це побудувати солідарність, емпатичний та безпечний простір для загрожених меншин, аватарів і різнокольорових фріків з нашої межгалактичної локальності. W chwili obecnej dążymy do stworzenia zdecentralizowanej sieci podobnie działających inicjatyw, hubów, pop-up labów i współpracujących studiów, instytucji, organizacji i kolektywów. Chcemy budować relacyjność 2.0 ludzi i nieludzi oraz odbudowywać instytucjonalność wobec faktu całkowitego skolonizowania kultury mediów przez cyfrowy feudalizm. Szukamy nowych, emancypacyjnych, empatycznych i adekwatnych form produkcji i dystrybucji treści w obszarze kultury cyfrowej. system, Ukraina TV emerged as a small source of hope to power it up as a collective, a meeting spot, a melting pot, a hotspot, a green point, the poorest and the most crazy television in the world. Ukraina TV as a vibe, as an aesthetic, and politics of solidarity. We call it hope core.
We call it hope core. We call it hope core. We call it hope core. Hope core. We call it hope core. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We call it hope core. Hope core.
We call it hope core. Can you hear me?
I'm here. And also here.
And here. And we are here. We all are here.
Entertain us.
Welcome to our pink and green manifesto. Manifesto of hope, stream, art, glitch, queer, and hybrid togetherness. An ideal picture doesn't exist, but we are.
Call it hope core. Hope core. We call it hope core.
We are in permanent surfing.
Hope core.
We are in permanent circulation.
In between.
We are an intersections between peoples, machines, data. And we call it stream art.
We call it stream art. We call it stream art.
Or hope core. We invite you to our magic green box that overlaps the folds of reality, where everything that's green disappears for a second in the ether, just to come back in another form and another dimension. That's how we provide humans and non-human interactions across platforms, dimensions, and realities.
We call it stream art. 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 Hope core. We call it stream art. Stream art. Stream art. Stream art. Stream art. Stream art.
We are dancing across digital borders, across national and infrastructure, forging new paths for a complex net. Shit, web, linking, networks, ropes, cables, NDA, no wires and wires, sznury, linki. Offline and online.
Hope core. Hope core. We call it stream art. Stream art. We call it 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 stream art. Stream art. Stream art. Stream art. Stream
celebrate solidarity and hope and positivity. We oppose full-scale war with full-scale life.
Full-scale war, full-scale life. Full-scale war, full-scale life. Full-scale war, full-scale life. Full-scale war.
wielkie i zaraz mam wam przedstawić kolegę i w ogóle performance, który będzie się odbywał, ale muszę chwilę wam o tym opowiedzieć, taką press story. I zacznę od tego, że jako kolektyw narodziliśmy się w Krakowie, jesteśmy z Krakowa i tworzymy w Krakowie i mamy studio w Krakowie, ale tworzymy na cały świat. I oczywiście skupiamy się na Ukrainie, jak mogliście pojąć po naszej nazwie, ale udało nam się pojechać do Kijowa po raz pierwszy w tym roku, w zasadzie wydaje mi się miesiąc temu. Jeździliśmy ja i Roman, którego widzicie całego w kablach za komputerem i tam poznaliśmy, w zasadzie poznaliśmy już chwilę wcześniej, ale poznaliśmy na żywo Carbon Residency i to jest rezydencja, z której pracujemy na co dzień, jesteśmy w kolaboracji i będziemy tworzyć większe kolaboracje w przyszłości. Ale jest tam jeden pan, z którym Roman się łączy właśnie w tej chwili, ponieważ performance się będzie odbywał na 2 miasta, na Poznań i na Kraków i to będzie gra na gitarze między 2 artystami. A co ja powiedziałam? O Jezus Maria, Kijów i Poznań, sorry. Ja jestem sercem w Krakowie, przepraszam. Anyway, będą grali na gitarze chłopaki. Roman będzie z Poznania, bo jesteśmy teraz w Poznaniu, nie w Krakowie, a Jargus będzie grał z Kijowa i połączenia będziecie mogli zobaczyć na ekranie, usłyszeć w zasadzie wszędzie i zobaczyć pięknego naszą gwiazdę dzisiaj tutaj. W Kijowie było fajnie, słuchajcie, ja w ogóle nie jestem z Ukrainy, więc dla mnie Kijów to było coś niesamowitego, ponieważ od rozpoczęcia wojny będąc w Polsce, robiąc wszystko dla ludzi w Polsce, bo byliśmy takim, znaczy ja personalnie się zajmowałam dużo wolontariatem, dlatego w zasadzie dołączyłam do UKRA, ale też jako projekt robiliśmy dużo wolontariatu i dużo zbiórek i to, jak ludzie postrzegają wojnę tutaj, jest absolutnie czymś innym niż ludzie postrzegają wojnę tam. Jak przyjechaliśmy do Kijowa, to najbardziej mnie zdziwiło to, że wyjdąc z dworca, zobaczyłam, że jest tak dużo ludzi, że to jest szok. Ludzie mają imprezy, ludzie chodzą do restauracji, ludzie w ogóle żyją życie tak, jak probably we're not living here. I to jest, myślę, że bardzo dobry przykład dlatego, żeby się nauczyć żyć w tym momencie, który mamy teraz, ponieważ nigdy nie wiadomo, co się może zdarzyć jutro. I to było naprawdę, dla mnie zaskakujące, bo ja się nie spodziewałam tego. Gadałam też z dyrektorką. Ty wyciszasz mnie? Okej. Bo ja mogę gadać więcej, a mogę nie gadać.
Mów, bo to ważne.
Spoko, dzięki. Chciałam powiedzieć, mam ostatnią rzecz i ja już stąd idę, że jak gadałam z dyrektorką klastera Kraków w Kijowie, to ona mi powiedziała tylko jedną rzecz. Ja mówię, że pani Świetlano, jak to jest, że ludzie tak nie boją się, jest alarm, że lecą rakiety i jakby co jest z ludźmi? Że jak to jest możliwe, że ludzie się nie boją wojny? Ja w to nie wierzę. A ona powiedziała, a jaki mamy wybór? Musimy pokazać wszystkim, że się nie boimy żyć, że jesteśmy silni i że to jest nasze miasto i że nie opuścimy go, co by się nie stało. I ja miałam takie ciarki, jak to mówię teraz, to też mam ciarki, bo przejeżdżaliśmy po właśnie Kijowie i ona mi to mówi takim głosem, jakby ona faktycznie nie miała innego wyjścia. My mamy tu wyjście. Każdy ma zawsze wyjście, ale jeżeli ludzie tam wybierają to ja myślę, że to jest najlepszy po prostu przykład, że Ukraińcy są bardzo mocnym narodem, dlatego powinno się je wspierać i no i tyle w sumie. Trzeba wspierać, żeby wojna się zakończyła jak najszybciej. Proszę bardzo. Sława Ukrainie.
Dzięki Ksenia, to była Ksenia. A teraz DJ Jarkos, director from Collider. For me is something really touching to have this experience playing together with this guy. 1,000 kilometers from here or 2,000? Dzięki Jarkus. Dzięki tym, którzy wytrzymali, które...
Okay. Here is also clean enough. Yeah. So, thank you, guys. It was mind-breaking, I guess, the best word. So, now you will have a chance to listen a talk with the John Object. He's, I can say, famous Ukrainian experimental musician, producer, performer. He made a great input into developing of Ukrainian underground and experimental music such as breakcore, yeah. So today and already almost for these 2 years, he is fighting for freedom of Ukraine. Actually, while we were talking to him, he was sitting in kind of van and during his service actually. So artist, musician, really open-minded and really clever guy who was totally against any kind of violence. Now he sit there and fighting because, as he said, like he don't see any other kind of being for him, at least for now. So we will have like talk with him, Rom.
Fortunately, we can talk and share his experiences, thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. So, nice to see you. How do you feel?
Thank you for inviting me. I mean, I had a long day. I mean, what is it? It's like 10 p.m. and I got up around 6 a.m. so I'm exhausted. But of course, this is a privilege, so I'll be happy to participate in whatever way I can.
Great. I think it's a privilege for us, actually, because having such a guest here, it's really a great opportunity, and I hope it will be also good for people who came to us, and maybe they will change some of their thoughts. So I would ask maybe what is difference, the biggest, or in general, how do you feel difference in your personality, in your mind, in your body between John Object, who was performing, playing, going all over the world, and being artist. You're still artist, because even if you're not posting or producing fresh music, you are still active and you are working with texts. So I think nowadays is even same importance of what you're doing, actually. And lastly, I was watching your stories on Instagram, and the way how you work with media community, European media community, it's really important. So what is different between you a few years ago and today as guy in military defending Ukraine?
Oh, it's... Oh, sorry. First of all, thank you for your kind words. I guess it's interesting that you say a few years ago, because really it has been almost 2 years. It's crazy. I didn't even notice, I guess. Of course, I feel older, I feel old and tired and exhausted all the time, and really disappointed in the world, because I feel like a nihilist at this point. I don't believe in the goodness of humanity, or I have no hopes for justice or happiness in this world. It has been really just a process of realizing that life is very difficult for Ukrainians for some reason. Like it shouldn't be, but it is, because millions of people have decided that we should be dead. Like really, Russians have decided that we should either suffer or die or call ourselves Russians. And this is just something that I know now, and something that most likely will affect the rest of my life. However long, if I have like 50 years to live, let's say, that could be cool. But for sure, there will be the understanding that people are not going to be kind to me, that the world is not going to be kind to Ukraine, and the world is, will watch a genocide and be like, well, that's okay, we'll help a little bit, but you're pretty much on your own. And that there will be millions of murderers, of killers, of Russians who will be traveling around the world, and who I will no doubt encounter at some point. They will be probably at one of my shows at some point. That I'm going to live a life knowing that there was a genocide and nothing happened, and Russians just lived like normal. That's my biggest kind of takeaway from it. And I'm not sure how to live with it. It's really... This kind of thought kind of destroys your faith in humanity, and it doesn't really make me want to continue to make art or perform, I'm really not sure how to... assuming that I go home you know, and I'm alive and I'm fine, which I don't know when that's gonna be. It could be years, you know. But assuming I'll be fine, hopefully, I don't know that I want to keep playing shows and putting out music, because that seems like a luxury. It seems like maybe there are more important things to do in this life. And that also seems like, what's the point, you know? Because I was making art pretty much my whole adult life, and that didn't help, that didn't stop the genocide, that didn't really change the politics of the world, that didn't make people relate to me more or care about Ukraine more, you know. It was all just bullshit from this point of view. Of course, I'll probably feel better in a couple of days, but today I'm really tired and I'm really exhausted, and Russians killed 50 people today. Like, they hit a cafe, you know, just 50 people just dead, you know.
And
so that's where I'm at.
For now, so amount will can be bigger, unfortunately, and they know it was like dinner after Inferno.
Yeah, it was a wake, basically, a wake for actually a military person, you know. I think they were like a soldier or something, and the entire village kind of came together to celebrate their life and their legacy, and they just fucking killed everyone. Well, I mean, what can you say? Well, like, what is the difference between me almost 2 years ago and now? I mean, this, you know, knowing that there was so much murder, and there is murder right now. Like, I can promise you that right now a Ukrainian is being killed, you know, like, as we speak. And yeah, that's the biggest difference. And the music will be different, you know, when I come back. But that doesn't really matter. Yeah.
I can agree with you that a lot of standards which we had before, they were broken, and constantly rethinking of sense of being, like matter of our existence and matter of anything, when the most important, life, is not respected.
Yes, yeah.
And all these international organizations, well, which supposed to be our roof, our guards, savers, actually they are playing their own role and play. And actually, what you think? How do you think? Can we knock somehow to heads of people on the West to make them understand and to make them want to understand? Because this is actually the biggest problem, because after this 1.5 year when Ukraine was on each TV night news show, people, as I feel now, even here in Poland, they are trying generally, of course, because there is a lot of people who are still constantly every day helping, but in general, people are avoiding even the theme of Ukraine. So how do you think how we can boost them? Because showing the images of that children, as I see now, you know, it's only flash emotion. They're like, ooh,
yeah,
really scary image. But what finally we can at least try to do?
That's a good question, and I don't know. I mean, it seems to me that it seems to me that there's going to be a huge conversation about this after the war, after the victory of Ukraine. But the victory will be difficult. And the issue here is that, yes, of course, everyone has seen it all before, and everyone didn't help enough in the beginning. So there is this continuation that is way too long, way too many unnecessary deaths. And the pictures are all the same, you know. Each dead child looks kind of the same, you know, in the picture. So the shock value has worn off. And I don't really understand why the idea of a child being killed, or a civilian being killed, or a soldier being killed, because even though we talk about, oh, it's civilians, you know, but the military, like, I deserve to live as well, you know, I don't want to die. I didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, the question of a death generally is not enough now. So it has to be shocking, and it has to be new, it has to be fresh, it has to be shocking in some unusual way again, you know, and that is a huge issue because we all die the same, you know. Our blood is the same color every time. But yes, I think there isn't anything new to be done. It's just a matter of continuing, just a matter of talking about it still, posting about it still. And I think the human consciousness works in these kind of waves, you know, where people are tired now, but then if we continue, if we keep going for another year and we show them that, yeah, it's still happening, they're still murdering us, you know, and we keep posting, at some point people will be like, God damn, it's taking so long, like, and we haven't helped them enough still. We still haven't solved this crisis, solved this problem, won this war, you know. So I hope at some point people will realize that, wow, it's actually been like 2 years. Maybe it's time to do something. And at the same time, I think that the fighter jets, for example, the F-16s, should be arriving quite soon, which we've been asking for them for a year and a half. You know, it's crazy, but they should be arriving quite soon. That will result in a speeding up of our counteroffensive that will help us. And so what we're waiting for, which should be a big help for Ukrainian cause worldwide, is showing some progress, because I know of some progress. I'm actually in the military. I see it with my own eyes, but I can't tell you because some of it is quite secret at the moment. Some of it is not, you know, it's not for me to decide what to tell the world about the counteroffensive. But I think once we see some serious foreign weapons used, then it will be much more impressive, and there will be an understanding that it's not only bad news from Ukraine, it's also good news. Yeah. But give me a moment. I have to think about this a little bit, because that's a wonderful question. What is there to be done? What can we do? It's wonderful. I mean, I think, to be honest, and I don't mean to be judgmental or anything, but I think more Ukrainians should join the armed forces, you know, because, to be honest, I had a really busy day today because I'm doing the work of 2 or 3 people at once, because we just don't have, in my specific unit, we don't have enough people, you know, and I think people should join. It's not only about running around with a rifle, and it's not only about, you know, sitting in the trench. It's part of that as well, but there are many different jobs that need to be done, and sadly it seems that the only people I can rely on are Ukrainians. Yeah, I guess that's the best that I can say.
Thank you. But don't you think that this kind of giving people who is watching the war only from television and news, giving this fresh image, make them feel about war as about some serial program, as some reality show? Don't you think that they are feeling about situation and Ukraine as in Ukrainian people just as a part of big reality show where they can decide on something? For example, when someone from our government, Ukrainian, says something bad, they're like, oh, reacting, like, okay, now we will rethink some stuff about help to Ukraine. They're like, I feel a little bit that they are dehumanizing Ukrainians.
Yes, absolutely.
So we became just, like it's Eurovision when you can send the message
for sure
about support.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. It does seem that the world is just watching us as like a reality show. And the thing is, I have been feeling this way for a long time, for over a year. And at this point, I'm not surprised. I'm not hoping to prove to anyone in the world that I'm a real human, that I'm a person, I have desires, I have feelings, I have dreams, or I had dreams maybe. I don't even care at this point. I think that Ukraine is full of dedicated and dignified and brave people that no other country in the world has shown to have these kinds of people. I think we're in a position where we have demonstrated that we are incredibly strong and resilient people. And I discovered, that we are wonderful. Ukrainians are. And at this point, I don't really care about the rest of the world. I don't expect that there is something I can do in convincing someone that I'm human, I expect that there is something I can do here in the military and do my job and help bring victory. And the conversation of why we were treated as second-rate citizens, why we were treated as sometimes almost like animals in a zoo, like characters on a reality show. Yes, that question is one that will be discussed later, after the victory, because then Ukraine will be in a position to ask people, well, what was that? Like, did you really think that this was not real? Did you really think that no one was going to remember your behavior towards us during the war? Because I will remember, how Germany, for example, Olaf Scholz, for example, blocked the delivery of Taurus long-range missiles, basically 2 days ago, I think. I remember that. And it's not, this question will not be closed after victory, it will actually be open, and then we can discuss it. Because right now, we have people, politicians, diplomats, and volunteers who are dedicated towards organizing aid and weapons and things that we need. It's not for me to do this, unfortunately, because I was trying on Instagram for a very long time to show that I'm, just like everyone else in Europe, that I'm just as smart as someone from Germany, just as tasteful as someone from France, and etc., any other country and any other kind of adjective, I tried to show to Europeans that, yeah, I'm actually kind of maybe a European as well, or to Americans that I'm kind of just like an American, because I like the same things and I speak the same language, I read the same books and everything. Whether I succeeded in proving this or not is not for me to decide. I think there have been people who related to me and said, I didn't know Ukrainians were this interesting, smart, and whatever, talented, bullshit, but it's a question that for the meantime, I have set it aside. I'm too busy. You know, I can write texts, you know, I recently wrote a pretty decent essay, I think, but it was not with the purpose of humanizing Ukraine, because if someone has an issue with seeing me or anyone else as a human being, then it's not for me to decide this. It's not for me to help out. You know, it's not my problem. Sadly, some Ukrainians do feel that it is their responsibility, and if you are able to do that part of the job, then wonderful and thank you, and you should keep doing it. But personally, I'm so exhausted and burned out that I've decided that if the world doesn't want to see me as human, then fuck the world, you know. But that's how it feels right now, today. Maybe it will change soon, because it wasn't like this always. I felt different before.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. We will spread the message as far as we can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But again, can I add something? I don't mean fuck the world in a kind of insulting way. I don't mean it in a way that, you know, oh, the world, we don't need your missiles and weapons and fighter jets, you know, fuck you, fuck everyone. No. Because obviously Ukrainians have to be careful about this. Once you say something like rude about anyone, then they're like, oh, then I'm not going to give you the missiles. You know, it's
you're not grateful enough.
Yes, for sure. I am grateful for the kind of assistance that is special, that actually helps us win the war. But in other areas, I do feel insulted and humiliated by the world often. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hide that. There's nothing I can do anymore to, while sleeping, you know, 4 hours a day in the forest, in a fucking tent, you know, freezing and doing lots of work every day, you know. I can't pretend to be nice, to be polite, to be diplomatic, you know. I'm really tired, and I can't believe that Russia killed 50 people today, you know, civilians, they killed hundreds today, but just in that one village, they killed 50.
In one place.
One place, yes. I can't believe that even just that event is not enough to give us every weapon in the world. Because, you know, if that happened in Germany, that would be World War III immediately, you know. And Moscow would be bombed within, you know, a couple of days, maybe hours, you know. And yet, somehow that's fine, and that's gonna happen tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and every day until we win. So from that point of view, it's very difficult to not feel betrayed and lied to by the world, which, by the way, has legal obligations in front of Ukraine. The Budapest Memorandum, which everyone talks about, of course, yeah, we only gave up the nuclear arsenal because Europe and America promised us territorial integrity, promised that no one would invade us, you know. So how do you live in this world and consider that anyone but Ukrainian is your friend? It's hard, you know, it's hard. I'm the furthest thing you can be from a nationalist, you know, I'm far left politically. But it's just that everyone else seems to be a fucking asshole and a liar. And I don't know what to do. It's hard to explain to people that I can continue to be left-wing while also not respecting people as much as I respect Ukrainians, you know. Well, no, that's a bad sentence. Don't put that in, you know. Давай це виріжемо, тому що I'm gonna put it differently because I'm tired, and, you know, saying that I don't respect anyone is a bad idea. But it's hard to explain to people that I can be left-wing, but also be in a situation where only Ukrainians can represent and understand my political views. Because the rest of the world seems to have views that don't call to action in the face of murder, in the face of genocide. The rest of the world seems not to be anti-fascist in a way that Ukraine is, you know. So that is difficult to live with, but I will.
We hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The only one thing I can wish you to see the victory as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything what you did, what you are doing now, and you will do in future.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for including me, and thank you for allowing me to be honest, I guess, because it's a long time that I have to be honest now. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Так. Ну що?
Дорога до своїх. Бо, власне, так він такий титул дає всім своїм листам. Завжди там є слово «дорога», яка насправді має дуже глибоке, теж екзистенціальне і філософське значення. Бо ми, як люди, завжди знаходимось в дорозі свого життя, свого майбутнього минулого, своєї долі. Дорога до своїх. Поїздка до нашого підрозділу на схід планувалась завчасно, але сама дата весь час змінювалась. Приїзд керівництва області, засідання виконкому, зустріч з представниками закордонних благодійних фондів. Відтерміновували виїзд. Тому сказав собі, що виправдання можна знайти завжди. У вівторок, після обіду, грузовий фургон весело заторохтав в сторону сходу. По дорогах Сумщини переважний і перерваний робочий день вимагав продовження. Телефонні дзвінки наздовганяли на шляху до пізнього вечора. Громада в умовах війни потребує прийняття безлічі управлінських рішень. Вони інколи мають характер навіть нелогічний. Когось потрібно поселити, переселити,
свою і не можу зрозуміти, де я ще міг з'їсти настільки смачний бутерброд. У читача може склатись враження, що на фронті усі так харчуються, буває, але рідко. А взагалі там не до цього. Там війна. Там кров. Там кулі, вибухи, холод і агресор. Там жах. Але там кується перемога і мирне майбутнє для всіх. І перш за все для України і українців. Там люди. Там найкращі українці. Дякую. Слава Україні!
Wow, to było jak zawsze wspaniałe. Dziękuję. Soundcheck naszych imprez. Chyba nie wszyscy słyszą. Chyba jest takiego. Ja przedstawiam wam kolejny numer. Numer 1, ale wymyśliła to Sonia i ja muszę to przeczytać, bo sama bym nazwała to inaczej. To jest audiowizualny, rytualistyczny, z wykorzystaniem graficznej magii. Ponoć to coś nowego, czego Sofia się nauczyła. Performance, który nas będzie przemieszczać na wyspę węży, o której już słyszeliście. Nie bać się Moskwa.
формами. Це щось більш об'ємне. Так само і графічна магія. Вона доносить сенс досить швидко і зрозуміло.
globalization, Senya and Miram. Thank you guys. Ukraina TV is here and everywhere. We are around. We are circulating across platforms, across everything. Yep. Sorry for some fuck ups. It's experimentation. We do television, performance, geek in the same time. So it's sometimes I have too much on my hand. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
People, machine, and cables. Thank you.
Działa. O, działa teraz. Kochani, zapraszamy do skanowania naszego QR-kodu.
Ja, bo ja nie wiem, właśnie to jest pytanie, czy przechodzimy już do części DJ-owskiej. Yeah, okay, so let's make some move on the stage. And can you hello mama? Sorry, I'm raving. Okay, so thank you everyone. Like really short, even not break, because we are still streaming, and yeah, we will make some mess here. Thank you.